let's have a look on how to create a simple product roadmap for development. As challenging as it might be to create cross-project issue roadmap in Jira itself, Swanly makes it really simple. We ourselves manage multiple different products in Jira. Each of the products are managed in a separate Jira project. Swanly allows us to select projects we want to work with and plan stories from these projects in a single roadmap. Each project then has its own swim lane. We use templates to visualize whether the stories are improvements to already existing areas in the apps or if we are introducing completely new features. Each template then has its own stages such as design, development, testing, and UAT. The stages are the same for both templates but differ in their duration. Improvements are usually completed in a shorter period of time than new features. Stories tagged as new features are highlighted with a pink color, and stories that are tagged as improvements are red. If we only want to see a new features on the roadmap, we can use filters. And we can go even further by seeing only stories that are currently in making or the ones that we haven't started yet. We use monthly view to get a high-level overview of what's planned and when. Stakeholders and customer success teams especially likes this view. But for the development teams, we prefer a weekly view with all stages expanded. That way we can get to see exactly in which phase the stories we are working on are and what's coming next. To get a better understanding of the story progress, we use the issue report view. Here we can see at which stage the story is and how much of the work remains. One of the most cherished ways to track progress is the breakdown chart. This chart showcases the story's progress over time based on the subtasks linked to the story. Here we have a list of all subtasks that need to be delivered for this story. Most of the features and improvements we've come up with are based on customer feedback. We store all feedback as issues in a separate Jira project called Product Feedback, then we link them to the relevant stories that are fulfilling it. That's why you can find links to the customer feedback for this exact story here in Swanly in the linked issues section. And finally, what a cliché, but our development team really enjoys using the roadmap in a dark mode.